Boa noite a todos. Welcome back to Tom Plays EU4 for absolute beginners. We are back with Portugal and we are just about to attack Fars to try and fulfill our one of our remaining mission tree objectives, which is the one right at the bottom. Well, not right at the bottom, conquer Hormuz. So yeah, we want to take control of these straits here for our trade reasons. So I'm just going to combine all of our armies. Send the missionaries off. Seeing as we have a third army, I may actually just take them across to the island and park them on the island. Why not? So we're all taking damage now. Note the skull. Which is why I kept them separate until we were actually ready to attack. Provence kicking up trouble. Fair enough. So what we're looking at. Okay. So somewhat disappointingly, Bengal and Delhi are planning to join in on their side. Oh well. Ethiopia is willing to join us though at least, which is nice. Very disappointed with you two. Hopefully my army is powerful enough to beat you up anyway. Okay, so if we are now in position, which we do seem to be, let's go for it. Right, so instead of going for take Hormuz, I'm going to go for imperialism, which should still allow me to claim Hormuz, but it has less costs. Ethiopia is still willing to join in, so we will call them in. And try to land our army on the island, on the assumption that we can fight off all comers. Now then, has Delhi actually joined in? Yes, right. So we're going to try and use this army to subdue Delhi and Bengal, if that's possible. This army to subdue Mogadishu, if that's possible. So whether our armies will be sufficient. Okay, that's worrying. Oh no, that's fine. Just a trade ship. I'll use the administrative power, thanks. Ethiopia isn't very big, but they might still be helpful. Interesting. If they're just going to sit there, I might as well go and attack them. Have we lost? Nope. No, we're still fine. That's good. That's the main thing. Staying on lowest speed again because conscious there are a lot of different sides in this one to keep an eye on. So it's everyone we were expecting, isn't it? Afghanistan, Mogadishu, Yemen. Yemen's there. So there's actually far more to look out for on this side. So we better be careful. But at the same time, we do seem to be winning, so that's good. What we've mostly got to remember is that we do not need to win in any spectacular way. We're literally just interested in taking one island. Happy to take additional land from any of these people, but at the end of the day, as long as we just take Hormuz, then we're golden, so Try not to go crazy here. Oop. Okay, more armies arriving. I'm really hoping we have a technological advantage or something here, because Delhi clearly has quite a bit of manpower. Our army is still bigger though. Does seem to be the one advantage we do actually have. Possibly I should have kept the other army over here. Being a bit arrogant, assuming I can take on 3 nations with just my one army. Am I going to lose this one? That is extremely close. Well, we have a slight advantage. Yeah, more obvious down here to be fair. That's very close. Right, we're going to hope that there's no one else to come, although presumably Bengal should be making a move, but let's go and do that castle. I'm going to take this land because I actually want to go that way to help out. But I'd like to have land either way. Sword is stronger than the book, that is a shame. But yeah, we're on a castle, so in a lot of ways, Ottomans. Not actually our enemy though. In a lot of ways, I'd be better off taking as many castles as we can. End of a revolution. Oh, brilliant! That's good. Happily killing our trade ships. It's fair enough. It's my own lookout really for right, better try and take these down. So who's this? This is Afghanistan and this is Bengal. I think realistically I'm going to have to get some mercenaries. I was asking for trouble trying to take all of this on. In fact, these all have better generals than me, so assuming that army arrives in time, I think I'm about to get slaughtered. Definitely about to get slaughtered. Right. I should have made this mercenary army further away. I should have built some castles. I should have done this, should have done that. Hindsight is 2020. Never mind. Yes, well aware that I've lost. Okay, well that's something. Maybe if we can get rid of Mogadishu. Big problem is here, basically. Can I move you? I can move you. Brilliant. Right. I should give you your own general if I have any left. I do not. I'm going to give you one anyway. Let's just make another one. That one's much better. And I need to get your morale up. And hopefully, if I combine those armies, there'll be enough to crush everyone. Not looking away right now, thank you. Quite heartened by the fact that they've turned around. I might tentatively go here. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. That might help us gain additional land. Okay, Greekaland is there. Is that to Swazi? We've nearly finished our colonising saga, which will amazingly give us even more money. So tempted to attack them. Can't do it just yet though. I may as well block the way a bit and sit on these rivers. Thought you might do that. not as good a move as you might think it is, though. Check out the morale. Like, I'm really concerned about the influence of the nobility expiring right now. Expiring? Declining. Okay, hopefully. Oh, brilliant, they've stopped. Okay, can afford to let their morale recover, I think. They're on the castle, that's good. They're on the castle as well. Also good. Need to help Ethiopia, but we need to go for a bunch of castles to get there. Come on, little morale boost. Let's get them. I don't know if we can necessarily take everybody on. That's what we're about to find out. I wonder if they'll all get the entrenchment bonus, even though only some of them were here before we got there. Well, they get a bonus for being the defender. I suppose they probably will, which is a little unfair. Good grief, I think we're still going to lose. I don't know. We might just about be pulling through. Obviously trying to send more troops in, which, if they arrive in time, may turn the tide of the battle. The computer obviously thinks it will, or they wouldn't still be sending them. Yes, I'm really caring about a truce in Venice. And they've arrived. Good grief. I'm having a lot of luck here, am I? One correct roll of the dice would just, end this battle and change the course of the whole thing. But no, I'm going to be unfortunate enough that they can carry on pouring troops in one by one until we eventually lose. Great. Yeah, we're definitely losing there. Okay, so we lost. Won a siege though, so that's something. Any chance you guys want to make peace yet? You do! Thanks. Do we have... I think... we've got exiled troops actually, which is good. Is that Yemen? That is Yemen. Let's go take Yemen first. Not sure it has been. Good grief. Okay. Got full power somewhere. Is that diplomatic? Right, diplomatic. What I was thinking before was in defence. In support of fulfilling the other mission, we should try to increase diplomatic power everywhere around the Seville trade node. And we also have a fulfilled colony here. So I think that's the last one. Still on the wrong map, aren't I? Go back to political map. I can tell because the colours are off. It won't let you do certain things. So I think Upper Limpopo is the last colony we will do. Okay. Excuse me. Right, so we should have some more mercenaries, which I will give yet another general to. Appearing over here. I know I'm kind of moving them all together, but I still think it's worth them all having separate generals just in case. Okay, so this is where being a trading nation comes in. Because we're now losing money, so this could get pretty expensive pretty rapidly. But I've got to turn the tide of the battle somehow, basically. Right, you guys come down here. Try not to get killed on the way, or you might. Still, they've lost Mogadishu now. There's always a chance that Ethiopia will start doing stuff. Actually, should we just end this here? We can't. Okay. Nope, fair enough. That's fine. We're not going to be able to take Yemen out because I think they're a vassal of Fars, so probably I did kind of want to take this land. I'm actually contemplating taking all three of these. But really we need to send this army over into Delhi. Actually, Afghanistan first. Should see if we can get Afghanistan to make peace. That should weaken the Allies quite severely. So as soon as we get this land, I'll just send them straight over to Afghanistan. Ah, it's wasteland. Fair enough. It's not coloured in because it's not obviously under anyone's control. There are a bunch of other peoples around it. Keep the conversions going. Ooh. So we could do a holy war actually. So that should give us slightly better manpower recovery. Which wouldn't be a bad thing. Seeing as we don't need stability particularly, I'm going to move this army up here because it's quite defensible. Okay, excellent. No, maybe I should just take that capital. I'm in the vicinity anyway. So we are going to be losing money. Crossing the rivers. I'm wondering if we might be better off attacking them here, seeing as they're probably all going to join in. Oh! I thought they were coming into Goa then. They're going the other way. That's a shame they wouldn't get there. I've been here for ages entrenching myself bonus. But I'm honestly hoping that this army will be sufficiently big that we can take on any amount of their troops. But we'll see. This has stood quite a while actually. We didn't have a castle here. Oh, coming round, are you? That's nice. Not sure it's going to be any good, of course, but hey, we'll see. Yeah, apparently they're all joining in down there. I'm not worrying about the others too much because I know that we're just sent to castles. So as long as they're winning, we're fine. But apparently we're having a nice free free-for-all here. Oh, you guys changing your mind. That's good. Might be a sign that we're going to win. I don't know why you're coming down here if you weren't willing to join in that battle. You've got far less chance of surviving this one. A bizarre decision. Oh well. Not complaining. Okay, so they're taking that land back. But we're sat on their castle. We're sat on Yemen's castle. This is good because we may need to let one of these mercenary armies go after this. So we could let ourselves go into debt. It's worth keeping an eye on this as well, see if anyone gets sick of war. No one except Farce, it would appear. Yep. Alright, fair enough. So that's our own army. That's one of the mercenaries. Might get rid of this one as soon as we can. So try and limit our financial losses. Already down to raise war taxes. Right, fair enough. I'm going to have to go into debt. Can't be helped. That's assuming, of course, I can't get Hormuz now. Nope, we cannot get Hormuz now. Fair enough. We'll just keep going. Let's speed up a little bit. So I'm hoping we've done enough damage to these nations now that this army will be sufficient. These two armies, even though they weren't before. It should at least make our debts a little less extreme. A little. Okay, let's put you on the castle. The mercenaries. I'll keep this one gradually coming up to support you. Hopefully if someone actually attacks while you're on the castle, I'll have time to get in there. Oh, they've taken that back. Impressive. Right, I'm going to try and take all of Yemen in one go, if we can. So moving up, looks like they haven't attempted to attackers on the castle, so that's good. Actually, presumably they're heading there. Can we catch them? Apparently not. You'd think we'd be able to catch at least some of them. Okay, so this belongs to Farce. I'm going to be a little careful here. Pause it anyway. Oh, things have got better. That's something. Okay, Okay, so we've got too much admin this time. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to increase these areas. Try and get them to the same level as diplomatic, so that we can add more diplomatic. I don't think this directly helps with the trade power, but it should help us later. Don't really need to worry about colonies anymore, do we? I don't think there's any more we can start. I do need to worry about this place though, so you need to move there. And what have we got here? No, that's fine. I'm leaving this ship here so they can't cross over and retake this island. Hoping to take all of their lands on this side. You guys need to make your mind up whether you're sieging or not. That will do you any good. I'm just going to come and shift you off there. So we're now in debt. Not a huge issue. That's one of the things about being a trading nation, is that we have a ton of money. So I'm not too worried about that. Am I scaring you off? Because if you stay on the castle, I might be able to catch you unawares. Once he's still trying to spy on us. Just asking for us to attack. You're heading there, aren't you? Cool. Let's just split them in three just to cover more ground. Apparently they're... oh no, they're not attacking us. Seem to be really struggling to make their minds up. Whether they want to attack or not. Take this land, seeing as it doesn't look like anyone's coming back. See, that's quite a big army. Looks like we've won a siege as well, which is good. Okay, let's go with the most expensive. Get a bit of extra prestige, because we could do with some. I'm a little worried about those armies. Assuming that's some kind of combination. Okay, well, let's take you out. Actually, we should probably go for the ones on the castle because we'd have an advantage. Still, this one is smaller, so if we can get them before that army comes back, which of course may not be possible. We'll see. Yeah, it doesn't look too hopeful. I think we're gunners. Let's start on this castle, and from there we'll bring the army over, depending on where they run to. I bet we lost. Okay, so where are you going? Back to Yemen. Well, if you don't get caught on the way, that's not a bad place to go. We can regroup our armies and try and take them on with both. Or of course we could just try to end this war now and just take Hormuz. Let's do that. Right. Now let me move that army over there. See when it's got the supply limit for it. Yep. Only needs 60. I'll move you back into our African lands. You're severely damaged. You can also go back to Africa. Apparently you can't. Oh, you're still fleeing. Of course you are. I can't give you orders, can I? See, we've now fulfilled that mission, which has given us a big plus to our fortifications there. 65 is almost big enough to take an entire army, but it isn't. So sadly, I won't be able to do that. And I think this will be the mercenary army, so we'll get rid of them. Hopefully, start making money again. Yes, I should turn off this war taxes. We shouldn't need it. And we'll make them a core. Brilliant. So now we just need to rescue this army once they've finished fleeing. And then we can start making preparations for Spain. So yeah, sorry that wasn't particularly dramatic or anything. It was just the mercenaries are costing us a lot, and while it would have been nice to just take random land from these people, we didn't really need to. And I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to defeat Spain in one go. And seeing as I do try to do the mission trees in these, made sense to focus on them. Now I think that one we've already got, so what we need is unite home region and dominate trade. From Aachen? I'm not sure. Now dominate trade, I'm hoping we can do quite easily. We need to take, you know, a couple of the nations, a couple of the provinces around here, close to the Seville trade node. And we'll probably dominate trade. Well, this one, unite home region, I'm not sure if we don't need to get like everything. In which case, yeah, we're not going to do that in one war. There's just no way. I'm guessing we don't have enough allies anymore. Okay, so nothing against Aachen particularly, but how big are they? Can I find them on a map? Not necessarily arguing that they may not be powerful, but I'm wondering if we might be better off having an alliance with one of the other members of the Holy Roman Empire. Like someone who might help us fight Spain, you know. I think we should probably pick our own allies. Okay, so Spain, your military tech is 29. Ours is also 29. Which is great, but it does leave me wondering whether we really want to because we're not that far off getting impulse warfare. I think I might hang on for impulse warfare rather than worrying too much about an idea. I just realised that's another war I ended quickly. Prestige, legitimacy is mostly fine, but still could be higher. Yeah, we had the papal blessing from Empire again, didn't we? And once again, I ended the war a bit prematurely. Never mind, not to worry. Alright, so I'm more or less resigned to leaving an army there, because there'll probably be an uprising. If we don't, might change my mind, of course. Not sure how you have come to inhabit the same province. But not to worry. Norway. It's nice everyone's falling over themselves to allies. Right, who have we got? So we presumably lost Delhi and Bengal, although I'm not very interested in either of them again. Austria's been a good ally. Not Austria. Oh, they have, but Ethiopia's been a good ally, so no reason to lose theirs. But Commonwealth and Austria we've got. Who else can we get nearby? Do we have any chance of getting Britain? We do not. Although they are rivals with Spain. Unfortunately, they're also rivals with us. Who else does Spain have as a rival? Ming, Revolutionary Scandinavia, and the Commonwealth. And Bengal also hates them. It's not helping as much, really, is it? Who are their allies? More to the point. Norway. Right, so I don't want Norway. They're allied with Austria, unfortunately. Switzerland, Papal State, and Lenape. Right. Would it be worth allying the Papal State in the hope of perhaps them not joining in on Spain's side? I don't really want to fight the Pope. I might do, because there's no one in their rivals list that I'm particularly friendly with. And as a Catholic nation, it's always good to be on good terms with the Pope. Okay, so they're also allied with Switzerland. Switzerland and Norway, so let's avoid them. Provence unfortunately hates us, because otherwise they'd be a pretty good option. France doesn't hate us as much. Might be worth improving relations with France. Yeah, they consider us a rival. I'm mostly considering who's going to be close enough that they're likely to join in a war. Of course, we could go for Tunis, although the Pope hates them. They don't particularly hate Spain. Great Burgundy still exists. Good work. The Commonwealth. I'm just wondering about the other allies. Well, Geneva isn't really worth much. Siena, also very small, unfortunately. It's often a good idea to try to make alliances with your allies' allies. Unfortunately, it's quite hard to work out who those are. They're giving military access to Austria. Oh, they're being integrated. Oh, Commonwealth's... leave it be. Commonwealth's integrating Bohemia. That's interesting. At least I think they are. Really worth allying Bohemia in that case. Okay, right. So Napoleonic Square is more of a French thing. Jaeger is German. Drill is Prussian, maybe? Or... okay, I'll go for mixed order. Got the native uprising. I am fine with that. Cool, so we've got a new unit type with impulse warfare. Oh, that's true. Man, we probably do have a spy, don't we? Oh no, it's our spy that got discovered. Right, okay, well that's certainly not going to improve our relationship with them. So let's try and get Huelva. We want to get as close to the Seville trade node as possible, which is basically here. That would be a good one. Can we get Sevilla? One would think that would have quite a lot of influence over the Seville trade node. And maybe Cadiz. Shame we can't get Gibraltar as well, really, but at least if we can be moving towards it. Actually, oh yeah, there it is. I may as well leave a spy there. So we now have claims on 3 provinces in Spain. Nothing's stopping us taking more. But yeah, we're basically, while I'm thinking about diplomats, we're going to need to start moving our armies across to Portugal mainland. So let's move you across to Lisboa, because you at least should have no problem taking a full army. What else? I have a feeling we sent an army down to Africa that may be too big. Is that still 2 armies? Oh no, it is still 2 armies. Okay. Oh, that's something. Cool. And you're just staying there. Right, fine. And we've also got another one over in the New World, haven't we? Great. Not sure why the morale's so low. Brilliant. Looks like we're full up again. Diplomatic power again. Fair enough. Let's just stick 1 or 2 on everything. Oh, you could stand to have a few more. There we go. Okay, don't particularly need speed. I'd kind of love to get Provence, and to be fair, they're at least above -200 now. They're just quite a decent sized nation, and they're right on Spain's border. Unfortunately, they hate us and don't hate Spain. But they're not actually allied to Spain. A lot of these people don't like France, do they? It's like Naples is having a job done on them with the allying Tunis might give us issues with the Papal State. Plus, they don't really seem to hate Spain right now. It does rather defeat the object. Switzerland is their ally, unfortunately. So, probably the biggest nearby area would be this one, Thuringia. Why not? Doesn't hurt. So what do we have now? 6 out of 6, so that's good, but we will lose Spain once the royal marriage runs out, which they do. Okay, got some more exhaustion. Still not entirely sure on the story with the low morale. It seems to have recovered, so I think we're fine. Gaining money on full army maintenance. Yeah, we're good. Major threat from Thuringia. No problem there. Spain hates revolutionary Scandinavia. I just wonder if it'd actually join in, is the only thing. Never mind. Sorry, quite a bit of thinking going on in this one. Let's try Trying to think out the best way to do all of this. Actually, although there's a bit of a risk of us being pulled into another war with Russia, I do wonder if it would be worth moving an army over here as well. And maybe... oh. Okay, let's make a castle there instead. Just in case the Spanish make landfall in Siberia. At least then we'd have some kind of defence against them. So if we move here, which is going to have a castle at some point. Haven't even thought about the royal marriage. Oh, Ethiopia. Nice. Could actually get Ethiopia for free in theory. Haven't had anything like that happen. They're actually close enough that it would be relatively easy to integrate them. Might improve relations with them. Definitely saving. Well worth it. Shame about the pretender rebels, but what can you do? Just have to trust the Ethiopian monarchy to sort that out. Okay, brilliant. What else should we be doing? Part of me does wonder about building castles along the border with Spain, but it's probably going to depend how much time we've got. I mean, a properly decent castle is going to cost a bit too much, I think. It'd be interesting though. It'd definitely be worth having Provence on board. I wonder if we could just make a really rubbish castle. Apparently building slots are full. Although we might be able to fix that. Just a little bit of admin power. Oh, already fixed it. Nope, we haven't fixed that one. We need 20. There we go. But we don't have any money left. I just think if we at least have castles along there to make it a little harder for Spain to just take those lands. It might be worth having an army there anyway. I'm just thinking, I don't know, we're probably better off attacking from this side. Having all our armies in the same place, maybe parking our ship there so they can't get into these lands easily. And just going straight for their capital, which I'm guessing is Madrid now. Could also do with building more armies, if possible. How about, actually we can probably collect these colonial armies. Make them the starting point for another. Nah, not enough money. Also in debt. Good grief. If I just spin on briefly. There we go. Okay, more separatists. Not a problem. That's what those armies are there for. That's in helping against the Spanish. Only a little damage, don't they? It's probably the additional navigational technology that we now have. So I'm guessing... oh! Sorry, there's the other army. I knew we had one. Alright, so you need to be split up, don't you? Nope, you're a mercenary company. Right. Okay. Right, so they together should ultimately form the start of another army. If we gather these in... oh, it's round 2. I better bring these armies together then. Looks like we're going to have a whole bunch of uprisings again. Wonderful. Right, So, where are you headed? Right, we'll head there instead. And any of these free-deckers that we built, we want to head to the same place. Don't think we'll be able to do all the preparations this time. At least we'll get a few of them out of the way. At least when those ships arrive, all these others should arrive along with them. It would be nice if we had something that could sort of contest the Spanish Navy. As a general, that's probably not a bad thing, because I was just thinking that we need to get our number of generals down. Let's get rid of this one. They look less impressive than the others. There we go. Right, we don't want to be being cost military power. Okay, is this colony finished? This colony is finished. So let's send you over here. That one's finished as well. And apparently the land movement is blocked by a hostile fort. Ah, see, yeah, we can't. We're actually blocked off here. What happened there then? Did Kilwa take some land from us? I'm sure we had access. That's not good. And is that still being made? That one's still being made. Right, well we may need some troops anyway to just take this piece of Spanish land. Maybe we should make a point of trying to take that one from them, because we do need access. But then we mostly need the Spanish homelands, so maybe not. Right, we better start eliminating all of these, haven't we? Oh yeah, make the land a state. Any unassigned generals? Lots. Start assigning a few then. Might as well get the armies used to them. Can't do drills and things without the DLC, but... Okay. Try and put down some of these uprisings. Great. That's good. Maybe do a few more diplomatic moves. Okay, so France, would you be willing to be an ally? You would not, but you would be willing to have a royal marriage, which might actually help. We don't trust us. Plus we're allied to a couple of our rivals. Fair enough. It's not a big problem, but let's improve relations with a few people. We ally Thuringia? I think we did. As well, the diplomats busy. Our colonists are now useless, which is fine. May not be able to help up here if there are any uprisings, unfortunately. But at least we can deal with the ones down here. Don't want to worry about mopping up the land. I think our colonial nations will do that, as long as we just deal with the armies. And I need to give this army a general. We're losing more people than we need to. I didn't do it then because you can't give them a general when they're not on home turf, which they will be after this battle. Oh, good grief. Here we go. Okay, they're upset about stuff. Portuguese Brazil currently has it, but Portuguese Colombia thinks it should have it. It's probably going to come down to Liberty Desire again. Brazil has 0, Colombia has 20, so we should side with Colombia so as to keep the peace. With great apologies to Colombia. Also, Caribus doesn't like us as much as he should, but I don't have any diplomats, I can't do anything about it right this second. Have a general. Grief, it's like the Netherlands all over again. I don't know how much of this is affected by our own country and our own stability and stuff, but if it is, this is what happens when we're on stability +3, which is the most we can have. I'm mostly worried about up here, but actually up here seems fine, so maybe it's literally just these possessions down here that we took from the British. Would have got this let's have a rebellion every like 5 years thing. Okay. Good. I like winning battles. Yeah, that looks better. I clearly haven't finished yet though. Yes, alright. Diplomat back at least, so we can improve with Caribus. Any second. There we go. So I suppose the big Spanish holding will be New Castile up here. Unhappiness among the peasantry. To be honest, I'd rather lose the stability. Bit of a game thing. I mean, I would often actually try to improve things, but we're really low on prestige and I can raise stability with admin power. Which I'm in fact going to do. Thing is, we're now far enough ahead in terms of that's alright, I wanted to go there next anyway. You Holy Roman Emperor, okay. I was thinking let's have the armies up near here, so when we do fight Spain we can start attacking up here. Let's move you next door, I think you'll be enough on your own. Let's leave that for now. Yeah, I'm thinking we've definitely got the advantage down there. Up here, I think we do, but I think, I mean, basically, they're more accessible as well. Don't need to try and negotiate passage through there to attack Spain in the south. We can just head straight up and start causing issues. Brilliant. Alright, so how are we looking for diplomats? diplomatic relationships. We've still got one with Spain, which we don't need. We've got Commonwealth, Austria, Thuringia and the Papal State. No guarantee that they would all help us. No idea whether we'll stop being a rival with Portugal, with Provence at any point. Who are our rivals? Britain. Alright. Fair enough. Could do with changing Britain to Spain, really. What does it cost us to do that? $100 diplomatic power. We can spare that. Excellent. And we need to stop embargoing Great Britain, which is fine. Revoke embargo. Might even start improving relationships with them, but before we do that, let's embargo Spain. So we should have 3 embargoes. Okay, we're missing one. One of our rivals we are not embargoing. Ming, I think. Yeah. Not embargoing Ming. So we should definitely do that. Yep, let's repay the loan. Looks like we've recaptured that area. So I might, once we hit the 16th, start improving relations with Great Britain as well. Might not work, but you never know. Seeing as we've stopped rivaling them. Okay, so they're more or less in position, and it looks like the uprisings have stopped, which is good. Looks like the ships have arrived as well. So I think I could put all of you into one army and send you all to mainland Portugal. If we keep these guys here, just to take that one province and defend it, it's not a big deal, and Spain may not even bother, but they might send someone down to here. We can't be sure. But yeah, if I just start these guys off on their move to Portugal proper, then I think we'll call it a day. Work out the armies when we're there. Hopefully build some. Okay. So it's Porto, which is probably our biggest province apart from Lisboa. Yeah, that could hold a full army on its own as well, so we'll maybe look at making these equivalent. Maybe raise the number of cannons. And yeah, so that'll be it. We'll be plotting to attack Spain. Possibly even go through with attacking Spain. We shall see. What's this? England and Portugal. So we can accept it, which will make them like us more. And again, actually I'm trying to do that now because I don't have any particular reason to attack them now. Actually I do, don't I? They do still have colonies. But then I'm thinking we're going for Spain anyway, so let's not bother. I think we've got enough now to take them on, so they might even make a good ally. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Commonwealth, Austria, just in case we haven't done that recently. Lost another general, not to worry, hopefully we can gain a replacement, although we're getting a bit low on them. So, brilliant. I think that is it. So we're going to have 2 full-sized armies, hopefully. Although we might have to build one of them up a bit. It's probably not enough, although we will of course be gathering money for mercenaries. We'll have enough manpower hopefully to make more, although it would be nice if we could get closer to the maximum, which is pretty humongous now. But at the same time, it'd be nice to be close to a maximum number of armies, and we're nowhere near that. Nor are we anywhere near to the maximum number of ships. Grief. Okay, so still quite a long way to go. It is 1795 though, but we do have to make sure that we actually win the war against Spain. And shouldn't have any illusions that they're probably the biggest power in the game now, apart from us. Possible exception of the Ottomans, who were doing not too badly by the look of it. Fulfill a lot of their missions, so possibly the Ottomans are more powerful. So yeah, actually, seeing as we've got a diplomat, let's see if we can they see us as a rival, but I'm still hoping to change that at some point, so they don't want them allying Spain at any point. Yeah, maybe we should move this along before we do. But we'll see. We'll see what we're looking like once the armies get there. Start a castle building in Porto. Just castles all round. Yeah, Lisboa's a proper sized castle. Used up some of our money, but we are gaining it quite fast. So, worrying though that is. Right, brilliant. Definitely need to stop there. Gone considerably over. So yeah, I think next time we're going to be preparing to attack Spain. Whether we'll actually attack Spain or not, I'm not sure yet. Depends how many preparations we need. In some ways, I'd rather prepare for longer and only be able to fight them once, but fight them successfully, than try to rush in 2 attacks on them and end up failing in the first one and them actually defeating us. I mean, it'd be great to finish the mission tree, but at the end of the day, I'd rather just be doing well, you know. We don't want to throw it all away by attacking them prematurely. Of course, they may still attack us, but we may have an advantage with our allies if they attack us. So, but yeah, I'm pretty confident we can dominate trade at least, if we can get those provinces that we claimed and maybe 1 or 2 others. Unite home region, not so optimistic. Not if it requires us to get like all of this area, like the whole Iberian Peninsula. Yeah, can't see that happening, not before 1821. But never mind, we'll see how it goes. So, yeah, leave it there for now. So, thank you for watching, see you next time.